Archery Lesson 1 of 4. Archery is a practice of using a bow to propel an arrow through the air with the intention of hitting a target. Throughout history, the bow and arrows have been used as a method of hunting and as a weapon in combat. In recent times, archery has become more commonly used as a competitive sport and for recreation. Many mythical heroes and figures were archers. These were like Apollo, Cupid, Robin Hood, and William Tell. Archers even appeared in many Chinese myths, African myths, as well as Greek, Roman, and German myths. Today, there are many types of bows, including compound bows, cable bows, long bows, flat bows. Arrows can be made of bamboo, fiberglass, aluminum, and compost materials. Archery is even a sport in the Summer Paralympic Games. The first known use of a bow and arrow in combat was in 2340 BC by the Babylonians. It is believed that bow and arrows have been used for at least 25,000 years based upon the discovery of arrowheads in Africa. Archery is considered to be one of the oldest sports in the world. The word archery is derived from the word arcus, a Latin term that means bow and arrow. Archery has been an Olympic sport almost from the beginning. Its debut in the Summer Olympics occurred in 1900, and in 1924 it was discontinued and it was reintroduced in 1972. In the 1900 Summer Olympics, live pigeons were used as targets in archery competitions. We will not be shooting at anything alive. Okay, class? In 1904 Olympics, archery was the only women's sport. The bag the archer used to hold their arrows is called a quiver. Splitting the arrow of a competitor is called a Robin Hood. It is in reference to the legend archer Robin Hood, who won a competition by splitting his opponent's arrow with his own. Pretty sure you have to have pretty good aim for that. In most archer competitions, competitors must engrave their initials on their arrows. Pretty cool. Okay, I want you to use your resources, the internet, your phones, our book, the pamphlet, anything to fill out the parts of the bow and arrow. Do your best, and then the next slide, we will go over it, but just do your best. The square stance is best for beginners. This allows for beginners to perfectly recreate a solid base, firmly draw the bow, and aim accurately. We will talk about your feet, your knees, your hip, your torso, your shoulders, and also your head. What to do with your feet. Step up to the shooting line at your range and place your feet on both sides of the line. If you're right-handed, your left foot will be your front foot. If you're left-handed, your right foot will be your front foot. Shuffle your feet until they are shoulder width apart and totally parallel to the shooting line. And then I want you to relax. Give your knees an ever so slight bend. You want to make sure they are not locked because that will rob you of some of your stability and control. And then I want you to relax. What to do with your hips. This one's easy. Don't do anything with your hips. Just make sure you're facing forward, then relax. What to do with your lower back. Make sure your lower back is flat. You don't want your lower back to be arched with your butt and or shoulders sticking out. That is bad form and it could lead to injuries. Check to make sure your lower back is in place, and then I want you to relax. What to do with your torso. This is important. Your torso should be facing straight forward so that it isn't perpendicular to the shooting line, and to your target. Stand straight up like a tree and don't puff your chest out. Also, new archers sometimes have a tendency to lean forward or away from the target and sometimes even lean back, and that can mess up your shot and do a number on your back. What to do with your shoulders. This is super important because it's something many archers get wrong. You should need to be, you guessed it, relaxed and not drawn up high. Shoulders are a very important part of the process, and if you're out of whack, your shot and accuracy could be compromised. Finally, your head. So you're standing there, your feet are parallel, your knees are slightly bent, your hips are relaxed, your lower back is relaxed, your torso is facing forward, and your shoulders are calm and low. Look straight forward, and now, if you're right-handed, keep your torso forward, but turn your head to the left so that you can see your target. If you're left-handed, keep your torso forward, but turn your head to the right so that you can see your target. Now I want you to pause this and practice your stance in the mirror. Eyes, I want you to shoot with both eyes open. Don't forget that. That's very important. Next step, nocking your arrow. You should be familiar with this with various parts of the arrow. If not, please scroll back to slide 4. I want you to copy and paste this link. Watch the video, please. I want you to sum up the video. It's grab the arrow by the nook, first placing your arrow on the bow and then on the string. This will have you better control and better safety. Now let's go over some safety. I would like for you to, before class, to rewrite these rules on a piece of paper and sign with both your first and last name. Only retrieve the arrow when I say it's safe to do so. Only point your bow in a safe direction. Never point the bow at someone even if there's no arrow in it. Only nock your arrow when you are ready to shoot. Keep your arrow aimed to the ground when you nock it. Be aware what's in front and behind you. Never draw your bow to ready to shoot. If you hear me yell stop or hold, undraw, unnook your arrow immediately and only fire when teacher says so.